Cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me. Cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me. We buy that action, cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me.
Man, welcome to the Nothing Average podcast, where nothing we do here is motherfucking average, and I am your host, Big Hefe the Hood Preacher. Fuck it, talking about. Know what I'm saying? I'm the new host, taking over. Know what I mean? But we ain't gonna talk about it right now. We got a special guest here with me today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? Had to start this off with a bang for this episode as well, host. My name is 29 Rose. I'm from Northern Virginia, and what I say is I like to make good music. So I do a little hip-hop, rap, rock, a little bit of everything. You can find something you like on there, guarantee it.
Okay. And you say your name 29 Rose?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, bro, what that mean?
Now you probably ask, I was just about to cut you off. You probably ask, where's the camera? I know we have multiple cameras here. There we go. Camera one.
Yeah.
Is this camera one? Okay.
Right
Now you're probably wondering, why 29 Rose? Well, the 29 is a number of passion. I'm a very passionate guy, and it's not just because the lights are shining on me and making me red. I'm just generally passionate.
Okay.
Another thing, too, is the rose in itself. The rose, the red in it represents, like, physical impoverty, like material impoverty, like not being able to afford, like putting a roof over your head like this, or like being able to put food on the table. And then the rose like shape of it is spiritual impoverty, like feeling loneliness, sadness, depression. And with my music, I hope to I don't know if I'll be able to put a roof over someone's head with my music, but I hope to, at least be able to help someone and connect with someone who's dealing with those issues. Yeah.
That's interesting, my boy.
Appreciate it.
Nah, for sure. So, what's your background like? Like, where you from? Where you from? How old are you?
Yeah, so I'm 24 going on 25. So I'll be 25 in May. And I started out, honestly, I've always been listening to like rock music, pop music, living in Northern Virginia my whole life, except when I went to college. And that's where I consider myself, like, if I do like rap, it's melodic rap. Like I'm someone who's like a Juice WRLD or, like a PNB Rock when he dives into that. Kid Leroy, Post Malone, like I'm melodic. I'm a catchy guy. That's what I like to think of myself with my music. And I got that from just listening to pop music, listening to rock music in the car with my dad when he picked me up from school. And then when I got into middle school and later on, like early on high school, got really into hip hop. And I don't know, it just, one day I was freestyling with my boy. He was just like writing lyrics over, it was Cry Me a River. You know the Justin Timberlake song?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Cry Me a River. And he was like, oh yeah, like I can't write anything. Can you help me? I was like, sure, why not? Because he knew I sang. Because I've been acting my whole life, so I've been an actor.
I can tell.
From middle school. Yeah,
I can tell.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Nah, it's a good thing because I'm an actor as well.
Okay,
so
cool.
You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real.
Nah,
you feel
because
me?
I was in theater in high school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like people are always like, oh, like, theater kid, this could go right or left. And it's true. Some theater kids are very interesting people. We'll just say that nicely. And then,
no, most definitely.
I think most of us are like normal ass dudes and girls, but it can come with like a sort of iffy reputation on how the personality is. Sometimes they tend to be like really big theater people.
I ain't
gonna
lie.
mean?
Being an actor and an artist, I feel like those go real hand to hand. I feel like you get if you an actor already and then you become an artist, bro, I feel like you already got an advantage when it comes to having that image.
Definitely. And like I remember when I was younger and like even going through high school, because I played sports too. I played lacrosse and I played football for a little bit, but I just really wanted to focus on lacrosse and acting. And it was really weird trying to like explain it to people like, yeah, no, I'm in the shows like singing a musical. Like I'm doing, I played Shrek, and saying that high school was always weird. But then as I got older, I was like, shit, that's such a strength because like when I started making music, I really asked myself, why not? And that's the name of my LLC. Plugging the LLC right here, camera one. But why not us? Why not us Ventures? It's because, I was sort of like, I got this background in this. I mean, there's so many people who I'm very blessed. I'm very fortunate for the circumstances I've had. I'm never going to deny that I came from the suburbs. I'm not from the streets. I'm never going to say I'm from the streets. You're not going to see me carrying a Glock. I've never even shot a gun. So if you want to take me to a shooting range, content. I don't know. Like
Hey.
maybe, you know.
No, for sure.
Wink, wink, nod. But I just sort of was like, I've had to deal with my own struggles, and I see people with their physical conditions or their material conditions being much worse than mine, and I'm like, you know what? If these people are able to, you know, figure things out and get through it with their talent, and their talent is able to encourage them and motivate them to, you know, keep pushing and keep striving despite the conditions, despite like the odds, then I can do this shit too.
No, for
Like,
sure.
You know what I mean? So and with the theater background, I'm like, yeah, like I've been performing my whole life. My whole life.
Nah, facts.
I mean,
I felt that.
and I don't know where you stand on the whole Drake Kendrick thing. Honestly, I like them both. I do. I love them both. I can't. I think the, you know, little A minor, very suspect, baby. Like, that's very suspect. But, you know, Drake.
I ain't wait.
He started off with theater, so that's why I was saying that.
Okay.
Like, even though I'm not gonna be pretending that I'm anyone else, the performance aspect of it, even doing stuff like this, like being able to talk, like that's something I feel like I'm a good talker. I'm very good. I'm a yapper. Like a yapper.
I'm a yapper.
You know what I mean?
I don't think you
We
yap
got-
more
I'm
than
a-
me,
no,
bro.
no.
We can have a yap session.
We
right
can have
now.
a
I
yap
ain't gonna lie.
session. My thing is like, how much time do you have? You know what I mean?
I'm-
like, how long do you want to keep
unlimited.
the podcast?
Like,
Yeah, you
come
know what I
on,
mean?
man. I'm trying to tell you, but one thing I wanted to ask you: How long have you been doing music?
Shoot. So, it's been doing it since like near the end of my senior year of high school, so like 2018.
2018, okay.
And just been trying to slowly get better. Learn, figure things out. Is the mic not in the right place? My bad, folks. Can we hear me now? All right, cool. But just trying to get better and learn from, you know, my mistakes. You know, I feel like I've been through everything. I've been through sort of like iffy management where it just didn't work out. I've been through scams, been scammed before. I mean, a lot of people find it as a hustle, but like, damn, why for me? Like anyone else? Like, come on, dog. Like, I understand, but like, come on, man. Like, I'm really trying to go and chase this dream. And I've been through it all, and through 6 years, I've learned a lot. And like, you know, I feel like the direction I'm going now with 2025, even though it's not perfectly like how I wanted it to go, I'm very confident on you know, the year to come and what's next. With it only being March too, like I got a lot of stuff going. I'm very confident in the music I have coming out, and then I'm planning on getting back in the lab soon.
Let's speak
cooking
about
some
that. What
stuff
you got
up.
coming up?
I got a song that I'm working on right now. I'm sort of hesitant to like name it. I was talking with J28. Shout out J28 back there. He's behind the camera. But I was talking with him about it. I need to get it mastered, but it's called You the Man right now. This could change.
Okay.
And then I was just actually at the studio, the Hallow Studio. Shout out to the Hallow Studio the other day with Minko, and we recorded something that's gonna probably come out this summer.
Okay.
And I just want to. My thing is now is preparation and then consistency. So like with my Instagram, I'm trying to just be consistent with content. It doesn't have to be, you know, the most like, you know, highly developed like. You know, professional looking. It can be a little janky. I'll throw memes on there. That's what I've been doing recently.
I most definitely took a look at your page, and I saw how consistent you were, and I feel like that's like the main thing that people lack when they're promoting their music is consistency, because you gotta think about it. If you post one time a week or 2 times, you got people out here that's posting every single day, multiple times a day, and if you think that you're gonna be seen from posting once or twice a week, bro, you missing it.
Exactly, and that's sort of what I've realized, especially because I was going to drop. I had a whole plan where I was like, I'm going to drop this project and go off of that. You know, plan a bunch of, you know, stuff for that. But I talked with some people, like some advisors, some people I trust, and they were like, nah, just drop singles, bro. Make a statement in 2025.
Facts.
Don't worry about a project. So I have a lot of people always, like my friends will be like, yo, like, when's the project coming? We're waiting on the 29 project. But I'm like, it might come, but I'm focused on singles right now. I'm trying to build my numbers up, boost and build a fan base, not just like online digitally, but from like the grassroots. Like that's how I want to do it. I mean, I was telling you about my old job where I was, you know, out in like public spaces. I was all through DC doing stuff, all through like Virginia and Maryland doing stuff. And I was talking to people because you got to figure out ways. And a lot of us here are like have like real life 9-to-5 jobs and shit like that. So it's like, all right, you got to try to find ways to infuse that. And that's what I've been doing as well. So building a grassroots, but then also trying to improve with my digital marketing skills, which, you know, there's a lot that needs to be done in order to really grow a fan base in this like day and age in the digital age. It's not like when my father was a kid where if you were in Memphis, Tennessee, right? At least for rock and roll, you would just walk down Beale Street and they would have different bars and you could just sign up for an open mic. And obviously, you know, oh, the record label head is there and he's going to sign you. Like, it's just not that easy anymore. You know, there's, with more opportunity, there becomes more competition. That's how I see it. Okay. So it's just sort of like what differentiates yourself. And for me, I know, like, I'm a yapper, as we were saying. We'll have to have a yap off later, or maybe now we'll continue it. I'm game, bro.
Yeah,
I told you I can yap.
We can go
all day.
head right now. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. You've heard me, man. Hey, we can check we can do the percentages, like the end of the game. You know, how they have the percentages who had the ball.
The
like,
stats.
Maybe we can get that going.
You run the stats up. Hey, put the stats up.
Let's get the stats. Where's the editor? I know the editor's around here. Let's
somebody
get that
keep track of the
recorded.
yap, man. Hey, one question though.
Yeah.
All right, so everything that's been going on in your life, you say you've been through a lot and stuff like that. What are one of the like biggest struggles that you face from this journey of making music?
It's really finding myself and, you know, continuing to be comfortable with myself. It's not like I'll be honest, I feel like a lot of people have dealt with it, but like self-esteem issues. And that's something that, like, even though with men talking about masculinity, it's, you know, we're sort of like to be provided to be that sort of like dominant sort of, this is the way, this is the sort of like structure that you have to take. But through time, I've realized, and, you know, just looking at my own family and looking just like, you know, seeing how I've grown as a person, just realizing, you know what, like, I just want, with my music, I want to express that it's okay to be myself and I want to keep it original to me, but also, you know, present that through my music to other people that, you know, it's not all fucking, you know, like I'm fucking bitches getting this money, you know what I mean? Like, I talk about my real shit. Like, I can make it fun and entertaining, but I'm talking about stuff that has really happened in my life, experiences that happened in my life. And I mean, yeah, I'm going to go and do some fun records, of course. Like, but I also want to be expressing myself, and that's what I've done for years. And honestly, I'm hoping to really get back in that lab soon. And I've been doing a little bit, finishing up a mixing and a mixing class, not mastering, but a mixing class that I started months ago, but just shit happens, you know, life happens. So I'm going to finish that up, and we're going to get rolling with songwriting again, recording, just trying to get better every day.
Facts. So one thing that stood out to me about what you were just saying, about just showing and telling them your story and everything that you went through, I feel like that's a big, big thing that artists don't do anymore, is show the authenticity that they have, the realness that they have in them. Because, like, I feel like, me personally, I feel like that's how you connect to your fan base. That's how you connect to your audience. And that's how you build that strong support base. Because if they feel you, then they going to rock with you forever.
And that's my thing. It's like, I want to focus. We've seen, damn, I hope I can still get a feature one day. But we've seen what can happen with, like, Drake, right? You know, Drake, we love you still. Like, still. If shit happens down the road.
I don't know about... I don't know about we, but
all right. Well, yeah, me. Okay, look,
I don't know about we,
he was
but
an inspiration of mine. But we've seen with Drake is when you're not straight up and just authentic. This is why I'm bringing all this in. People will eventually see through it, whether it's now or down the line. You know, no disrespect to anyone's hustle, but we kind of saw that with the Island Boys. Like when they came out, we sort of saw like, and you know, CJ, the one hit wonder from New York. No disrespect to him.
No clue what you're talking about, but
you probably would know the song though. There's a song called Whoopty. But like, for example, he got exposed very quickly for not repping the life that he lived. And for me, it's like, I'm gonna be as authentic as possible. You can think I'm a fucking weirdo. Like, that's fine. I'm just gonna be myself. I'm not gonna come in and be someone fucking totally different. I'm not some fucking little fuck boy, you know, like I'm
so
myself. Like,
you believe that your image
like,
matters.
If I'm goofy, I'm goofy.
Facts.
Like, I love people like Tyler, the Creator, who's like himself. He literally does not give a fuck. And he's one of those artists where people are like, you know what? Yeah, I just respect you being you. Like,
Facts.
I don't have to agree with everything you say. I don't have to, be like you, but
Exactly.
I respect you for being you. I think
Exactly.
at least as men on that level, you can see like, oh, this guy's authentic.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna like sell me a lie.
That's really how you make it out here. Just learning to not give a fuck is probably the best thing that you could ever do for yourself. Like, honestly, I wouldn't say in any situation, but most situations where things that you can't control, any situation that you can't control, you should not give a fuck about that shit at all.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time, but people get caught up in.
And that's the thing too, where like I feel like there's a lot of, even outside of this like circumstance, where it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you
Can't make it drink for sure.
I said that in a song. Shout out my song Rain. It's true. Like they have to experience it. I'm a
Exactly.
hypocrite because I'm one of those people.
Oh, me too.
Where I like people would tell me something, tell me. Nah.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And it's sometimes like that's what it takes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not just like, some people are just like that. Some people are like really quick to judgment. Other people are in the gray, and I feel like not even other people, but most people are in that gray area where it's just like, you just gotta. I think that just for it's a human thing that you have to touch the fire to learn that you're gonna burn yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. So, let's see. Your support system. Let me know about that. What you got going on?
All my
Your
parents
mom,
for sure.
They all support you. And all that.
That's my management right there. I let them know, what I'm doing, where I'm going, because they're people that I know that I can fully trust.
Okay.
They're the people that I know 110% they're gonna have my best interest in mind. I mean, whether you like it or not, like Ice Spice, if you were to at least get some information on her deal and how she worked that while her mom and her are sort of now, she did get a lot of help from her family and a lot of support in that sense. Waka Flocka with his mom, for example. And I know even if I do have someone that I have as an agent, or if I'm, able to make enough money to be yeah, I'm going to hire some management. The real management is going to be my folks, because I know that they're in my best interest. They know me too. So they're going to be those people that say no, because we've seen how unchecked power with individuals in entertainment can control your mind. It's a human nature. When you get to a point everyone's worshiping me, you're nah, I believe every decision I make is that decision.
Facts.
And that's why I'm I feel like for me, the best move is to have them as my management, because just you know what? They're going to be able to say no if my head gets too big.
Do you ever feel like they make the wrong decision sometimes?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
And then there's sometimes when I realize later down the line they were right. You know, sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right. But I think, it's not their decision's not the final decision.
Okay.
It's my I'm not saying okay, they're saying this, I must boop, boop, boop. I'm not
Facts.
a robot, but it's more of just okay, if they're saying this and I'm thinking this, then yeah, I'm gonna do this or I'm not gonna do something.
All right, you ever worry about people not messing with your music? How do you go about that when you got any hate?
Probably.
You said probably. You don't pay no attention to it.
No, it's subjective, bro. I'm
Man,
gonna kill him with kindness.
it's all about that mindset,
But
man. It's all about that
literally
mindset.
Opinionated. That's the thing. At
Literally.
The end of the day. I mean, I was at, I've done competitions and I haven't gotten the place I thought that I should have gotten. It in my head, I'm well, this, and this, and my song was better. And this person's this.
Facts.
But I'm not the judge. It's subjective. It's the audience.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's who's going to consume it. It's just how are you going to present it? And that's a big thing as well. I feel like in the social media age, it's not about quality. It's one about quantity.
Facts.
The second thing is about presentation, how nice your shit looks, how professional your shit looks. And yes, personality, that's another one, but it's those first two. I've seen so many, I've heard whether this is musical artists or it's entertainers, YouTubers. I've seen so many YouTubers that I'm wow. like it's that why not us thing or the why not me thing.
Facts.
Where it's like I feel like I'm just as talented as them. They just have a better presentation.
Yeah, and
I don't fully admit I'm not a technical person. That's something I've been trying to work on with myself. Like I'm not a tech guy at all. I'm not someone who's I would never be in cybersecurity. Like if I'm working the Pentagon cybersecurity, we're done. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like North Korea is owning us. It's over. You know what I mean? So it's just I think it's just knowing my strengths, knowing my weaknesses, and then knowing what this shit is subjective at the end of the day. And like I know people rock with my shit outside of just my friends. I wouldn't be continuing to do this. I wouldn't be pursuing this as hard as I am if I knew that I didn't have a more of a mass appeal than I think a lot of artists do.
facts. So you got a girl?
No, I'm single.
You single, man? Hey, hey, there's little snow bunnies
I
out
mean-
here, My man said he's single,
Look,
man.
man,
Go
I
ahead.
love all
Hit up
flavors.
at her,
I
man.
do not discriminate. I
Okay,
really don't.
okay.
I love all flavors.
All
But
flavors.
right now, I've been really just focused on me. That's been my main thing. Focused on, the prize, which is the music, and my goals. At the end of the day, I feel like it's very for me. I've noticed that women can be a distraction. They can be great. I love women. You know what I mean?
No, facts.
Shit.
I got a question though.
Yeah. What's up?
So let's just say you did have a girl, right?
Yeah.
Sitting in the car. You just spent like 3 hours in the stew making this song, and you play it for her, and she say some shit. How you gonna feel? What you gonna
need you
do?
to hop out right now.
Huh?
I'm gonna need you to hop out right now. No, I mean it's fucking subjective. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and be happy about it. No, really.
Cause I know
It's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna need you to leave.
I know
out right
personally,
now.
but some dudes be feeling
No,
some type
but
of
like
way.
if you, I guess, because it's sort of like one of those things where you can flip it the other way too. Like it's one of those occasions where your girl's like, she's like, "Do you like this?" And it's like, "Do I white lie?"
Yeah,
I'd be like, if I hate it,
I be
I'm
telling
like,
the
"Do I
truth.
white lie?"
No.
Like, how do I play it?
take your ass back and put something else on, cause it's not.
I mean,
doing
that's
it for me.
real. But I feel like for me, I will be honest. I'm not someone who's confrontational. I'm not
Okay.
someone who's gonna be like, what the fuck? I mean,
Right.
if I have to get into something, I'll get into something. But for me, I've worked because I'm quick. If I'm there, I'm there. But for me, it's just like if I can stop myself from getting there, I will. I'm not someone who get up in your face about it or do that.
Right.
And that's something I think like a personal trait that I've been working on, like with self growth through this year in 2025. Even though I feel like we're already in March, right?
Right.
Damn, shit's moving quick.
Nah, facts, man. But y'all, this is the end of the pod, man. This is my man 29 Rose.
Bro, flew by, man. I had a
Flew
good
by.
time.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. You still ain't beat me with the yap session, but we
Oh, bro,
we
you're the one cutting it. You're cutting.
Once these
I'm
cameras
good.
get cut off, bro, we can
You
wrap,
got a
we can wrap it up
Patreon?
some
We can
more.
do an extended Patreon. I'm
Hey,
gonna go what y'all got.
Man, for sure. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Like I said, it's Heavy the Hood Preacher. I'm the new host of this Nothing Ever podcast, where nothing we do here is motherfucking average. And and shout out to motherfucking Effing and Empire, boy.
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Shout out to label. And we out here. Gone.